the megha, the cloud itself becomes a messenger and goes to his beloved like this. This Megha Duta is another classic, but it comes under Laghu Kavya. So this is a tremendous, a phenomenal, rich, poetic literature, and of course our interest is in our Mahakavya Ramayana and our Mahakavi Sage Valmiki. And so here I would like to say a few words about Sage Valmiki and how the Ramayana came to be written by him. And so the story goes that Valmiki was the son of a Brahmana called Pracheta of the Bhrigu Gotra. There are of course different stories also about these things, because remember, we are looking at a sage BC, okay? So 10,000 BC. So this is whatever information is available, this is what is available to us. And his name was earlier Agni Sharma. And there is another place it says Ratnakara was his name, but he was really Agni Sharma. And somehow he fell into wrong company, and or others say he got left in the forest, lost in the forest, and there he grew up in the hunter tribe. So we do not know what exactly it is. The point is he fell into wrong company, and as an adult he had a family, he was supporting his family. But to support his family, he became a thief. And so any yatris, any travelers moving in his direction, well, this Ratnakara was always ready to grab whatever he could get from these travelers and take it home. And so we have two different stories here. It is said one time the Sapta Rishis, the seven great sages, happened to cross by his path, and they ask him, what is it you are doing? Is this really required in your life? Well, another story says Sage Narada himself happened to cross that path. But either way, there was some sage crossing the path. And this question was asked to him. And when he was asked, and he says, well, I have to look after my family. I have no other way. And I have elderly parents and my children. And he was asked to say, okay, you have to look after your family, it's your duty. But this way, do you know how much sins you are going to incur? Is your family going to share all these sins with you? And this dacoit Ratnakara said, of course they will share. I share everything with them, they share everything with me. And the sage asked, will you just go and find out? Will you please ask them what they think? And Sage Valmiki, this Ratnakara, the dacoit, he goes home, tells the sage to wait there. He goes home and asks his first person he would ask is his own parents. When he asks him this question, how I collect all my, all that I earn for the family, how I get it from, where I get it from. But I have also collected a lot of sins. You are my parents, I am doing it for you. Would you not share my sins? And they say, what? Why would we share your sins? It is your duty. You don't oblige us by taking care of us. It is your duty, your swadharma. And therefore, no, of course not, we won't share your sins. When we raised you, we didn't do wrong things to raise you. We raised you the proper way. And so, this is purely for you. He was really shocked. And when this dialogue happens, his children come by, he checks the same thing with his kids. And kids reply him what? Saying, Dad, if you could not take care of us, why did you bring us into this world? Right? Of course, I don't know if they said Dad, but this was the gist of what they said. And they were not, this is not their responsibility. And it was very clear, children are not going to take his sins, share his sins. But he was very clear, okay, they belong to a different category, but my wife whom I wedded, whom I love with my heart and soul, she will share my sins. And he goes to her and asks her, honey, you see, all this I do for all of us in the family, especially for you, to give you a comfortable life. But I've incurred so much, Papa. So it's always 50-50 between we, right? We are partners, is it not? And she stares at him. Partners in this crime? I didn't marry you to be a partner in your crime. I took a vow in front of God, Agni Deva. We did a fire ritual in which I declared that I am Saha Dharmacharini. I walk with you in the path of Dharma. In that I am a partner. I never said I am a Saha Adharmacharini. No way. I am not party to your sins at all. Yes, you do good action, I will take 50% of the punyam. But Papa, no, it 100% belongs to you. Ratnakara, the dacoit, is really stunned with these answers. He runs back, desperate, helpless, hopeless, in tears, to find the sage calmly waiting there for him, and asks him, how could I have done this in my life? I have created such a baggage in this lifetime. Please help me cleanse out of this. Please guide me. Tell me what is it I can do. And the sage says, well, you can think of a soul a pure being who has all these sadgunas, great qualities of a human being, all sattvic qualities. You visualize him, you pray to him, you do japa of him. And he says, who is that? The sage tells him, his name is Lord Rama. Just chant Rama Nama. Chant the name of Rama, that's enough. And Valmiki's sins are so much, the voice doesn't come out of his throat. So many afflictions, so much he has destroyed for himself. And he doesn't know what to do. Please give me an alternate. I'm unable to recite even this two beautiful lettered akshara word. Please give me an alternate. And the sage says, okay, you chant Mara. Can you do that? Mara. And Ratnakara says, yes, I have a friend named Mara. I can chant Mara. And he chants Mara. Mara, 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 Rama, 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 Rama. Rama, 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 Rama. And Ratnakara sat in one place in that forest, and began to recite Rama Nama.